Hello everyone, I'm Ju-Len from Mr. Chia and I'm here at the home of Toyota in Singapore, and on behalf of Borneo Motors and Inchcape Singapore, I want to show you the Toyota Corolla Cross. Ready? Let's go! The Toyota Corolla is actually the best-selling car in history, so you take all the reputation and reliability of that nameplate and apply it to a modern crossover, while you get the Corolla Cross. So this is basically a family car, but in a very versatile crossover package. That means it has to look quite tough. So have a look at the front of this car. You've got this metallic, sort of very imposing grille over here, and you've got kind of serious squint from the headlights. You also have these big panels of unpainted plastic. Now that's intended to make the car look very rugged and very off-road ready. And these actually continue to the sides of the car as well, where the wheel arches are. But something I do want to point out, which is very important, is this blue Toyota badge. That tells you that this is actually a self-charging hybrid. Yes, it does have a powered tailgate. Now that's just one of the things that makes life with a car like this just so much easier nowadays. Now inside here you have 425 liters of boot space, but it's not just the raw space that counts. You've got a little lamp to illuminate your stuff in here. You also have these hooks on the ends for your grocery bags, which is very useful. So let's say you're a family man, you want to get the pram in here and 1 week's worth of groceries. It'll all fit quite nicely. Or maybe if you play golf, you should be able to get a full set of clubs in here quite handily. Something I do want to show you though with the tailgate, well, two things actually. Number one, safety. Now, if you happen to be standing at the wrong place, or if your child is, it's not going to take your head off. And number two, if you're sharing the car with someone who's maybe a little bit shorter than you, you can actually set the tailgate height. So all you do is pull it to the height you want, press and hold this for 2 seconds, and the next time you open the tailgate, it will open to this height. Now, how handy is that? Now let's check out the back of the Corolla Cross together. First thing I want to talk about is space. Now, I'm 1.75 meters tall, and this is my actual driving position. But you can see there's still a lot of legroom in the back, and there's headroom as well. So even if I sit upright, there's room to spare. I want to point out these aircon vents in the back as well. These are a must-have in Singapore if you ask me. You know what it's like. We have all those sweltering days, and this really helps to make the journey much more pleasant. I also want to point out that the rear seatbelts come up from the seat instead of from the roof like it does in some cars. Now let's talk about versatility. If you need a little bit more luggage room, you can actually create a bit of space by moving the seat a bit more upright. But if you need even more space than that, you can just drop it all together. So this car offers room, it's got comfort, it's got safety, and it has versatility. So here I am in the front of the Corolla Cross, and what I want to show you is the reason everyone loves Toyotas is because they're just so user-friendly and easy to operate. So as a driver, I can reach everything just like that. I can see everything very well, and even the displays, well, Toyota actually designed its own font and made sure that it was kind of easy to understand at a glance and easy on the eye. But that doesn't mean this is all traditional and not modern. In fact, let me just show you something with my shiny red Apple here. I can put this over here, and I've got wireless charging. So I'm always topped up. And that's important because we all live our lives digitally right now. And if that's the case for you, well, good news, because you have both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay here. That means if you've got an Android device, you can connect it to the car and use your apps directly on the touchscreen here. Or the same with your iOS device. All the apps that are safe to use while you're driving will actually appear here, and you can access them over here at your fingertips. And the good thing is you don't have to choose between Android and Apple because it has both, so there's no judgment here. Okay, everyone knows our car parks in Singapore can be pretty tight. So I want to show you something that's actually quite useful for those situations. You have a 360-degree view monitor here, so you always know what's around your car, and there's even a camera up front so that when you park head in, you're not in danger of sort of bashing your car's chin. And if you have to parallel park, well, you can switch the camera to the side view here, both the left and right side. So as you're slotting your car skillfully into place, you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to bash the wheels on the curb, because nobody likes to scratch their wheels, right? It also has something called blind spot monitors, and as the name suggests, it actually monitors your blind spots for you. So as you're driving along, if there is something you couldn't see because it's in your blind spot, well, as soon as an obstacle is there or another vehicle is there, you get a warning light on your wing mirrors so that you don't accidentally kind of change lanes into another vehicle just because you couldn't see it. Now let me talk about something quite important. fuel consumption. I mentioned earlier that the Corolla Cross is a hybrid, so you do have a 2-litre engine up front with some electric motors to assist the engine. In fact, because this is a full hybrid, unlike with mild hybrid cars, the electric motors can actually drive the car by themselves, and that really helps to save fuel consumption. You do have 196 horsepower, so the performance is quite good, but despite that, the Corolla Cross is rated for 5.3 litres per 100 kilometers. So let me put that into perspective for you. In 2023, a local media team took a Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid and wanted to see how far they could go on one tank of fuel in Singapore driving conditions. You want to guess the answer? It was 1,051 kilometers. So Toyota's hybrid technology goes back more than 25 years, and I think it really works. So that's our quick look at the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. It's a car that takes one of the most famous names in motoring history and applies it to a very practical crossover body. And if you are looking for a fuel-efficient family car that's also very versatile and packed with safety equipment, this really is worth a test drive. And that is something you can arrange right here on MrChia.sg. In fact, you'll be able to get in touch with a digital specialist who can answer all the questions you have about the Corolla Cross Hybrid or other Toyota models. And as I said, you'll be able to arrange a test drive for yourself, and by the time you step into the doors, you'll be treated like the VIP that you are. It's all very fast, it's all very convenient, and it's all very easy. So what are you waiting for? Head over to MrChia.sg today.